features. Like, I think one of the things that is impressive about the mental strength that your athletes have is that they know they're going out hard. It's probably going to hurt, right? And that way of running 800, I don't know, you can tell me, but is that way of running 800s typically going to hurt more than if you sit and kick?
Yeah, I think so. And I think that's the biggest challenge, isn't it? When you stand there on the start line, knowing that this is going to hurt and
do it anyway.
And you're the sole responsibility for it. You're the one who's going to make it hurt. No one else is going to make it hurt for you.
Well, you're not going to be waiting for it. You know when it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like you're inflicting this pain on yourself, and you just got to say, well, I'm going to do it regardless.
Do you ever have to do any sort of psychological training around that, or even just have open discussions with some of your athletes, whether it's individually or as a group, talking about that concept?
I just think that we prepare really well for those type of races. It's not, let's just do that and see what happens. We know that we're going to go in there, we can hit our splits, and we're going to be fine. So even though it's going to hurt, they know that, well, we've done this not 1,000 times, because that's an exaggeration, but we've done this in training, and we know we're ready for it, and we're prepared to do it. And, you know, the person who impresses me the most is probably Joseph Deng, because he can go into a race nowhere near as fit as he should be, and he'll still commit to it. He'll still go through and 50 point and push the pace and, you know, die in the last 100. But then he just gets better for the next race. And I saw that this year in Europe.
Yeah.
He ran 147, then 146 when he died in the last 100, and then next race 144.
Yeah.
But it was just all through his commitment to actually commit to that first lap.
I think, okay, this brings me to other events where I want to get your opinion, because I have an opinion on this that people probably don't like. But do you think there's other events where we're having the same issue?
Yeah, probably every event. I mean, the 1500 is really strong in Australia at the moment. The 5Ks, I mean, Stewie's strong. Well, yeah, there's a few events that we are quite strong, but the 400, the men's 400, for example, I just think, you know, that national record's, 1988, 44:38, whatever it is, and no one's got really near it. And why? It's not because we're not training as well as those guys used to train.
Well, it could be drugs, but...
It could be drugs too, but I think...
It was the era.
Yeah, but I think you can run 44.3 clean. I think
Agreed.
I've seen athletes run clean. You know, I helped a high school athlete in America who ran 45.7 this year, and he's nowhere near training that hard.
Yeah.
So if he can do that, surely someone can run 44. But I just think we're not approaching the event the right way. Is it because, and I keep on going back to speed, but are we not having the fast enough 200-metre runners actually doing the 400? You know, if you want to run 44, you probably have to go through in 20.8. So if your PB is 20.7, you're in trouble. You look at Darren Clark, and that could probably run, you know, under 20.5 or whatever.
Yeah.
And the top guys can run 19 point. So I just don't think we have enough fast guys running the 400. Maybe everyone needs to step up an event, but sometimes I think that's just the easiest solution.